Welcome back to the deep dive. I'm really excited you joined us today. We are about to journey into, well, just a remarkable story. Resilience, ingenuity, a real masterclass in challenging how things are usually done. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Matt Greenwell. You probably know him better in the cannabis space as Shotwell Midzotics. Okay, let's unpack this. Our mission here is to explore how one guy took a really challenging a serious run-in with the law, and combine that with the product that, let's be honest, was once seen as pretty undesirable. And he turned it all into this nationally recognized, thriving lifestyle brand. You might think you know branding, but just wait. We're going to uncover some truly surprising, frankly, audacious strategies behind this whole thing.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is that while it is a cannabis story, fundamentally it offers this compelling blueprint for creative disruption, defying expectations. It could apply in almost any sector. It's not just about selling a product. It's really about how you strategically flip a negative perception, like completely turn it on its head and build something authentic, something that resonates. It kind of challenges us to see opportunity where others just see, well, a dead end or a limitation.
Absolutely. And to really get the genius of Midzotics, we kind of have to start at the beginning, before the brand itself. See, Matt Greenwell wasn't always about mids. Back around 2011, he was running a pretty significant, successful operation in Vallejo, California, Greenwell Collective. Now, for anyone less familiar with that time, this was a full Prop 215 storefront.
Right. Prop 215 being California's pioneering medical cannabis law. Operating then meant navigating this really complex, often, frankly, ambiguous legal landscape.
And Greenwell Collective was big. Served roughly 9,000 patients. Had, as they said, jars on deck.
Meaning a serious inventory, lots of different cannabis products ready to go for patients.
Exactly. This wasn't some small-time thing. It was a thriving business, a real pillar in that pre-legalization medical community. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. February 2012. Everything just takes this dramatic turn, almost like something out of a movie. Vallejo PD and the DEA, they descend on Greenwell Collective. Matt gets hauled out in cuffs. A full-scale raid, the absolute nightmare scenario for anyone in that business back then.
Yeah, his future, his business just hanging by a thread. And this is where the story takes this just completely unexpected twist. It really shines a light on the volatile legal situation at the time. Just a year later, the whole case against Matt, it collapses. Completely. All charges dismissed, vanished. And get this, in a move that was almost unheard of, especially from the feds, they actually gave him his weed back.
No way. They returned the product.
They did. And if we, connect this to the bigger picture, that kind of resolution, it speaks volumes about the legal complexities, the tension between state and federal law, the constantly shifting ground of the cannabis industry back then. It wasn't clear-cut at all. Operators like Matt were absolutely on the front lines, facing unprecedented challenges, uncertain outcomes, getting a dismissal, let alone getting your product back. That was huge, a massive vindication, and really rare.
Imagine that feeling. Charges dropped, product returned. Now, most people, after going through something like that, they probably just want to disappear, try to rebuild quietly, out of the spotlight. But Matt Greenwell, he chose a totally different path. That same year, this is Wild Discovery Channel casts him as Matt Greenwell on their show, Weed Country.
Seriously? Right after the dismissal?
Or right after. Overnight, he goes from being this guy facing serious legal heat to one of the very first televised cannabis dispensary operators. It was this incredible pivot, turning this deeply personal, traumatic legal fight into this moment of totally unexpected public recognition.
He basically turned a crisis into an instant platform.
Yeah, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, straight into the national spotlight.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's got this public platform, maybe a new perspective. Matt, or Shotwell, as he's often known now, he has a choice. He could have tried to, distance himself from the past, chase that exotic strain market like everyone else was doing.
Right, the high-end stuff, the rare, expensive varieties everyone wanted for the unique genetics, the perceived quality.
Exactly. But instead, Shotwell did something, well, frankly, ingenious. He deliberately flipped the insult of mids.
Ah, mids. Okay, explain that a bit.
Right. So in cannabis culture, mids is, it's derogatory. It means lower quality, middle grade cannabis, often seen as cheap, less potent, definitely not cool, carried a real stigma.
Okay, got it. So not something you'd normally build a brand around.
Not at all. But Shotwell took that dismissal, that scorn, and made it the absolute core of his brand, Midzotics. He turned mids into merch, into viral memes, into this whole movement. He didn't just embrace the underdog, he basically crowned it. Generated buzz, built a community around this totally audacious idea.
That's a masterstroke of branding, really, daring to celebrate what everyone else just dismisses. And this strategy, it raises a really important question about building an authentic brand, one that resonates by actually embracing what others look down on. It challenges all the conventional marketing wisdom, right? Why is flipping an insult like that so powerful, especially in a subculture?
What do you think? Why does it work?
Well, it immediately makes you stand out, obviously. But it's more than that. It signals a certain authenticity, maybe. A refusal to conform to the snobbery or the perceived hierarchies in the market. It kind of tapped into this unspoken resentment against that sometimes elitist, exotic chase, made people feel seen, maybe?
Like an us against them thing?
Exactly. Where us are the ones who get the joke, who appreciate the honesty, who aren't chasing superficial status. It builds this incredibly loyal community around a shared, often humorous defiance. Makes the brand feel super real, relatable.
Yeah, and the mascot, the brand mascot, just perfectly captures that spirit, that irreverence, that underdog pride. It's a souped-up Geo Metro.
A Geo Metro stuff.
Seriously, think about it. Not a flashy Lambo, not some high-performance sports car, a humble, often overlooked, even kind of ridiculed car.
Yeah.
But souped up, customized, given a boost, made cool in its own unique way.
Okay, I see it now.
It's part joke, part symbol, right?
Yeah.
Of that pure underdog energy. It's this blatant rejection of flashy pretension. It basically signals, hey, Midzotics is about being real, being relatable, having a laugh, finding pride where you don't expect it.
It's brilliant in its self-awareness, like it's winking at you.
But I have to ask, though, choosing a mascot like a Geo Metro, which itself kind of has that mid-tier or even low-tier vibe, isn't there a risk? Couldn't it just reinforce the negative idea of the product you're trying to rebrand? How do they avoid that?
That's a really critical point. And the risk was definitely there, yeah. But the brilliance, I think, lies in how it's presented as souped up. It's not just any Geo Metro. It's one that's been embraced, customized, given character. It's loved, in a way.
Ah, okay.
So the message isn't, we sell cheap, low-quality stuff. It's more like, we find value where others don't, and we celebrate it with humor and pride. The mascot becomes a symbol of the whole brand ethos. Take something overlooked, make it iconic. It appeals to people who maybe feel like underdogs themselves, or just appreciate a brand that doesn't take itself too seriously. Fosters connection, authenticity.
That makes sense. And that kind of bold, authentic approach, it definitely got noticed. Big time.
Yeah.
Including by the music world. The rapper Jody High Roller, Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, okay.
He jumped on board. They launched Riff Raff Exotics. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just another celebrity endorsement. It was positioned as a luxury line powered by Midzotics.
Wait, a luxury line powered by Midzotics? That sounds like a contradiction.
Exactly. It was this elevation of the concept, proving that the Midz philosophy could actually have range, could even stretch into a premium space without losing its core identity.
Huh. That shows the flexibility, the subversive power of the brand.
Totally. And their first product dropped together, Boysenberry Bobcat.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a product, it was this whole experience.
Yeah.
Paired with an anthem, the song Smokin' on Midzotics.
Oh, wow. So a song, too.
Yeah. And that collaboration was huge. It basically catapulted the brand from the Bay Area streets, where it started, right onto Spotify streams. National, even global audience.
That's massive reach.
It really solidified Midzotics' place in pop culture.
Yeah.
Embedded it in the language of a whole subculture.
And the impact of collabs like that, especially with artists like Riff Raff, who have that similar kind of counterculture, larger-than-life vibe, it's immense. It lets the brand tap into these existing really passionate fan bases and associates itself with a lifestyle way beyond just the product. That's exactly how you build a distinct subculture around a brand. It stops being just about selling something specific. You're selling an identity, an attitude, a shared experience, a whole aesthetic.
Broadens the appeal while locking down a really specific, recognizable identity.
Yeah, creates this powerful cultural moment. And that perceived contradiction, a luxury line powered by Midzotics, that just amplified the brand's irreverent charm, made it even cooler.
And that's exactly what Midzotics became. It's really not just about cannabis anymore. It's a full-blown lifestyle brand. It embodies this whole culture of Lambo Geos, these customized cars mocking traditional luxury, alongside Boysenberry Bobcat products draped in U.S. flags, laced with this specific kind of self-aware redneck humor.
It's a whole vibe.
It is an entire aesthetic, a really distinct feel built on that potent underdog energy and Shotwell's refusal to take the game too serious.
And it resonates because it feels genuine.
Right.
Unpretentious. Celebrates that overlooked authenticity.
For sure. And this distinct vibe, this smart branding, It didn't just stay in California. The Mids empire has grown like crazy, shows its broad appeal. You can find Midzotics products now from Michigan that's just coming online all the way to New Mexico, even New York City.
Wow, coast to coast almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And there's a DC dispensary on the way too. So continued strategic expansion, increasing national reach, proves it wasn't just some flash in the pan. And the marketing strategy is super dynamic too. Keeps going. It's often described as part parody, part playbook, but always pressure.
I like that. Always pressure.
Right. They keep the name loud, keep it visible. Energetic pop-ups showing up on relevant podcasts, regular merch drops.
Constant engagement.
Yeah, it's not just passive ads. It's this continuous evolving conversation with their community. Keeps the brand top of mind, builds that loyalty.
And what's really driving a lot of this, I think, is the power of his personal story. That authenticity, especially in an industry like cannabis that was, and still is, evolving so fast. Shotwell's journey, facing those terrifying raids, getting those incredible dismissals, and then just choosing to openly tell that story. That became the absolute backbone of the brand.
Totally.
Sharing your own journey like that, it resonates so deeply, creates trust, connection. People connect with the vulnerability, the struggle, the eventual win. You're not just buying a product, you're buying into a story, a person, a set of values.
His voice became a key part of that post-215 archive, right?
Yeah.
Documenting that critical time.
Exactly. That term refers to like the historical record of that crucial period after California's initial medical legalization. When pioneers like Shotwell were really shaping the industry's future, his story is part of that history now.
And he absolutely leaned into that role. Became a cannabis celebrity, a well-known figure in that world, and just a really compelling storyteller. Shotwell hit all the platforms he could, James Lau's podcast, Ispire sessions. He even did a panel for Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, wow.
Yeah, used every chance to tell his story, the raids, the dismissals, and his whole message about why mids matter.
Turning personal tribulations into public narrative.
Exactly. It fueled his brand, but it also gave this vital perspective on the industry's challenges and evolution. So let's kind of wrap this up. Shotwell's trajectory. It's just so unique, so inspiring. From running that rated dispensary in Vallejo to building this touring brand, collabing with Riff Raff, creating this whole subculture, he genuinely carved a lane no one else wanted.
He really did.
And Midzotics proves, like definitively, that even the stuff people dismiss, the mids, can become mythic. It's an incredible legacy flip,
Right.
redefining success on his own damn terms.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Shotwell's journey is just this masterclass in branding, yes, but also resilience. It's a testament to authentic self-expression. He didn't just survive his challenges, he strategically thrived. He turned perceived weaknesses, a traumatic raid, a derogatory term, into undeniable strengths.
Downfall into design.
Exactly. He flipped the raid into reality TV, flipped the insult into a powerful brand identity, and he became this midzotic icon himself. The whole story really captures that idea. From raids to riffs, Shotwell proved mids can't die, they multiply.
A powerful lesson in reinvention, market disruption, finding your own lane. What an incredible transformation. What a strategic journey we've looked at today. This deep dive looking at the sources, it really shows how these unexpected paths, ones full of challenges going against the grain, they can lead to huge success.
Yeah.
If you approach it with creativity, authenticity, and just an unbreakable spirit, it's truly inspiring stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that leaves us with maybe a provocative thought for you to chew on. In your own life or your work, what are your mids? What are those overlooked opportunities you might have, the perceived weaknesses, the dismissed ideas, the unconventional paths maybe others ignore? How can challenging that conventional wisdom, really embracing an underdog spirit and weaving your own authentic story into it, how can that lead to your own unique success? Because ultimately, like we said, this isn't just a story about cannabis. It's a powerful, really transferable lesson in branding, in resilience, and in turning those perceived liabilities into just undeniable strengths.